Good morning. It's Sherri-Lee here doing Facebook Live Friday morning, June 10th. That's pretty exciting. It is the middle of June already, and I'm so excited to be here. I'm starting a new weekly Facebook Live every Friday morning. This is your chance to ask me some questions if you'd like about Facebook marketing or building your business online. It's also going to be a time when we get to spend some time together, and this, of course, is going to be a post on my Facebook page, and so I invite you to come to my Facebook page and share your business page as a comment to this post. So a little bit of a spin on the Facebook Friday that people have been doing for a long time. This is your opportunity to share about your business. I'm just checking that everything's happening online. We're live on my page. I can see that now. So this is a bit of a spin. Instead of putting a post up with a picture that's just a plain picture, I've got a video that's happening. I'm doing a live stream to you, and I would like you to share your Facebook page in the comments, and then let's go and help each other and grow our pages today and help each other build our pages, engage with each other, connect with each other. If you share your page, then of course you want people to like your page. It's always nice. Though if you go out and like the pages of the other people as well, because you really get more when you give first. And I mean, if anybody follows the law of attraction, that certainly is a big part of it. You need to give what you want to receive. And if you give freely, then people tend to respond in kind. And I've been an example of that. I do a lot of things for free, and I offer a lot of great content and share a lot of things. So Friday morning, 8 a.m. Pacific, we're having tea or coffee, whatever in your mug. I've got my Captain America mug. He keeps me going, and he's eye candy. So grab your tea, grab your coffee. Let's talk a little bit about fear while we're here. This is something I have thought a lot about. I have lived in some fear in my life at different points, different levels, different amounts. Oh, I wanted to tell you, I just got licked. Where is she? Let me see what you're looking at here. There's my Josie licking her foot. If you saw her, and if you hear her, that's just her licking something, because that's what she does. And she's my sidekick here, always. Did you get to see her? I'm just looking at the replay. There she is. You didn't see her, very cute there. So let's talk a little bit about fear. We've all had fear, right? I mean, there are things we're afraid of. I don't know about you. I'm super afraid of big spiders. Scares me when I want to go to places like, in South Africa. I'd love to go to Belize. I'd love to go to Peru. I'd love to go to all kinds of those kind of places, not in South Africa, South America. But my fear of the giant monster spiders kind of keeps me from wanting to go there. That's maybe an irrational fear. It might be a rational fear, right? Like it's about something tangible. It may have been because I had a horrible experience as a child. Let me tell you, one of my brother's favorite things to do as a child was to sneak up into my bedroom in the evening and pull back the covers of my bed and cover the bottom sheet of my bed with rubber spiders. So when I went, and then fold it back up again, so that when I went to bed, I'd pull my sheets back and almost sit on these things. So maybe my fear of spiders is not completely irrational. Of course, now I'm a single mom, so I've got 2 little kids. I'm working really hard to try and keep them from having an irrational fear of little bitty spiders. And I've had to be the brave one. Even though I was afraid, I've had to handle things that I was afraid of, just because there was these 2 kids that were relying on me, and I was by myself and I didn't have anybody else that I could turn to. So since we've been on our own, since my marriage ended, my probably the things I'm afraid of have decreased a little bit, but I've tackled most of them. And I've got this book that I'm holding up here for you that I've read a number of times, and it's backwards to me, so I'm not sure if it's going to show up backwards to you. It's called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. And what I was just talking about is kind of a perfect example of that. There's a lot of things that when we moved into this house and I became a single mom for the first time, that I was afraid of. My marriage wasn't a super positive marriage. My ex, I lived in a lot of fear. He had a lot of fear around a lot of things, and living in our home was kind of like living in a war zone. You know, the yard was gated. Nobody got in unless he approved. And sometimes people jumped the gates, the fence, to get in to talk to him. And if he didn't want to talk to them, he hid and expected me to deal with it. So being totally real and raw here with you, telling you stuff I didn't think I was going to tell you today. There was a lot of fear, and fear stopped us in that situation, in that home where we lived in that environment. There was a lot of fear every day. Don't answer the phone. Don't answer the door. Don't answer emails. You know, it was riddled with fear. Don't talk to strangers. Don't talk to people that you don't know. Don't share about yourself. Don't let other people know what you believe in or what you think of, because they're going to turn on you and hurt you. It was really an environment of intense fear. And when my marriage ended and I moved into this home and now I'm alone with my kids, and I was intensely afraid of everything. So, we'd go to bed at night and I would be afraid to be alone in this bed in this room, in this house with these kids by myself. And I had to be afraid and still do it anyways. I had kids committed to me. I had kids that were dependent on me, is the word I'm looking for. And sorry, I didn't expect to get all worked up about this. I've been thinking about this all week. What am I going to talk about? What fear? What am I going to talk about? I didn't think I had anything to talk about fear, but apparently I do. Anyways, I was afraid of so many things. I was afraid of getting up. I was afraid of going to bed. I was afraid of saying something on Facebook or on Twitter or at a networking event that maybe offended somebody. And so I held back, and I wasn't me, and I didn't say what I wanted to say, and I didn't have an opinion, because having an opinion was scary, because if somebody disagreed with my opinion, I got in trouble. And I read this book, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway, many years ago. I've read it a number of times. I mean, it's an older copy. It's written in. It's got, it's dog-eared, and it's got things underlined. And as I'm talking about this, I'm going to read this again, maybe this weekend, I think. And it's about, the thing that I got out of it is it's about, what does fear look like, and what does it do to us? And the thing that stood out for me the most was, all my life I've looked at these people who seemed to be fearless, and they did the things that I wanted to do, but they did them with great success. Excuse me, I'm going to have a drink here of tea. Have a sip of coffee or tea if you're with me still. And I've always admired these people who seemed to be fearless. And I thought they were fearless because they were doing the things that I was too afraid to do. And I thought because they were doing it, that meant they were fearless. But in fact, from reading this book, what I discovered was they were feeling their fear and doing it anyway. They didn't let their fear stop them from doing what they wanted to do. They knew that their fear was either logical and they could take steps to prevent that outcome by being prepared and organized and planning, or they knew their fear was irrational and they plowed through like a bull, doing it, and did it anyways. And I didn't really get that before. I just thought they were fearless, but they're not. So if you can think of people who you admire, who are doing the things that you wish you could do, that you are afraid to do, that are maybe crushing it online, maybe super authentic. Marie Forleo comes to mind. She is fearless. Her videos, if you watch her videos, they are so goofy and funny, and she laughs at herself. And I love that. she's not letting any fear of other people laugh at her stop her from doing what she needs to do. And she connects with people. She's obviously super successful because of it. So I'm curious today, what are you afraid of? What's holding you back? What's stopping you? And what is one fear that you know you could attack this weekend? One fear that has been controlling you or stopping you that you know you can just plow through and do the thing you want to do and stop letting the fear stop you, as Tony Stark said to Pepper Potts. Is that her last name? Potts? Pepper Potts? I think so. As he said to her in Iron Man 3, stop stopping. And that's my message to you today, and that's my message to me. Because every time I conquer a fear, every time I do something, even though I'm afraid, like doing Facebook Lives, I was terrified the first time I did a Facebook Live. I'm still nervous. What the heck am I going to say? What do I have to offer that anybody would want to listen to? Do I have any value to bring to anybody? Nobody's going to like it. People are going to laugh at me. These are all the things that run through my head about so many things. And yet I plow through and do them. And I started doing webinars last year, and it brought massive success to my business. Even though I was afraid of it, it really up-leveled my business. This year, I started doing live video, live streaming, and I'm going to do these every Friday because I see value in them, and I know that I can help you, and I bet you there's some of you out there that are going to help me as well. And so I invite you to join me every Friday at 8 a.m. Pacific. We're going to have some tea. We're going to have some coffee, whatever's in your cup. If it's, I know my friend Tess, she's in Australia. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. She's sleeping right now. She said, I can't join you. But, if you're in Australia and you're awake, join me and have a martini, whatever it is that works for you at that time of night. So I invite you to join me every Friday, 8 a.m. We're going to talk about something. We're going to, if you've got questions, if you've got suggestions, then let me know, pop them into, comment on my page, send me a message, send me a friend request, and tell me what you'd like to hear about. I'm going to talk about, stuff that I've overcome, stuff that I'm working on, and I'm going to share with you some tips around using Facebook to grow your business and to use it successfully to get more people into your email list, more people into your business, people coming to you and attracting your dream customers easily so that you have more free time and more money to do the things that you really want to do in your life. And because it's not all, you don't want to sit on Facebook all the time. But also I want you to share your business page today. If you feel inclined, come and share your business page. Tell us a little bit about what you do and who you serve. Share a link to your business page, and then take the time to like the other pages. This is the first week I'm doing this. It's going to take a little while to get the ball rolling. So somebody's got to be the first to jump in and get started. So I invite you to be that person. Get over that fear. Nobody likes to be first on anything. This is one of the things we talk about in my Facebook engagement challenge is getting the ball rolling of engagement, how to get that started. And so people say, I write a great post and I think people are going to love it. Nobody does. And sometimes it's because your content is what you think your audience wants and it's not really what they want. So, there's ways to find out exactly what that audience wants so that you're giving them the right content. But sometimes it's just because nobody wants to be first. There's a bit of a fear around being first. So if you have fear about coming and sharing your business page today, if you have fear about being the first person to share your business page, please feel it, honor it. Say thank you. I appreciate that fear, but it's not going to stop me. I'm going to do what I need to do today. And if I share my business page here today as a comment, then I'm going to have the opportunity to connect with other people who might be my ideal audience, my dream client, might be sitting right here waiting to hear from me. So I'm going to get over my fear. Maybe I'm not going to get over my fear. I'm going to feel it. It's okay, but I'm still going to do it. It's not going to stop me. So I invite you to join me on Friday mornings at 8 a.m. Bring your beverage of choice. I invite you to share your business page as a comment to this video. And I invite you to connect with me. Send me a friend request, like my page, leave a comment, send me a private message. anything you'd like. And be prepared to be raw and real, because apparently that's where I'm going with this. So have a great day. Thank you for being with us. And see you on Facebook.